So here's what I said. Send me $10 in PayPal every time you send me non-Neville stuff to look at for you. My name is Mr. 2020. You are listening to the Power of Imagination podcast. Where we explore one thing, and that is the power of imagination. And I just want you to dive deep into the truth that sets you free. Sometimes I'll call him Marky Mark. That's not his name. Sometimes Marky Mark sends me 10 things a day, non-Neville things, asking what I think. And I say, I really don't have time to evaluate these things. And he just keeps watching them. 10 things, 4 minutes each, that's 40 minutes a day. It's a lot of spending in my book, and he wants me to spend at least 40 minutes a day and write back. In other words, Marky Mark wants me to put more skin in his game than he has. For the remarkable kids, notice Marky Mark as being a bystander. He's watching and listening to a lot of stuff. And I'm participating, right? I'm a participant in my life. My problem is I've got over 3,000 books on my Kindle. Lisa Trigg turned me onto something called Readwise, and Readwise is awesome because Readwise serves up on my iPad thing every single day a collection of pseudo-random highlights of stuff that I've highlighted out of my 3,000 books. And it saves all the highlights out of my 3,000 books so I can go in and just access the highlights from any particular book. It's glorious to me. It's a time saver. That way I can play and participate more. So if I want a quote for a Neville Goddard article, I'll go into Kindle and I'll search a Kindle book. But if I know I've highlighted it, I'll go into Readwise and I'll search in there, and it's so fast. It saves me so much time. So I can write something worth reading. So I can speak something worth listening to. Versus, here's the 10th thing I'm sending you today. It's only 4 minutes long. I know you have free time. Will you tell me what you think and how this relates to Neville? No, I won't. I should have made it if I actually had some nards, as Grandpa would say. You need some nards, boy. If I actually had some nards, I would have said $50 and really turned it into something good. Yeah, give me that 4-minute clip. Let me turn it into something good. Let me really write something inspiring. By the way, I do that anyway. People send me stuff. Occasionally I look at it and I go, all right, that'll really mess people's lives up. There's 3 ways which they have sold the pearl. I put up an infographic, yesterday or something. And it was, if you worship those who struggle, you're worshiping struggle. Because some people send me lots of struggle videos. Look how strong this guy is because of his struggle. Look how he's successful because how he struggled. And I'll ask, hey, are you still struggling? Or have you bought the pearl? Pearlpowerpack.com. Let's do a crass commercial. 21,237 emails later. I got the number right today because I looked it up. 21,237 emails later. Right? This is over a decade. People sending me emails thinking they bought the pearl when they haven't, and they've been struggling for no good reason. Because they've been putting the power outside of themselves by worshiping struggle, perhaps. But I digress. So let's get to the point of today's episode, because I got shit to do. I got a live one-on-one shortly, compared to a dead one-on-one. So I got a one-on-one shortly. I got one this afternoon. Lovely people. A new kid and a veteran. Hoo-ha. Love you. Ready? I love new kids on the block. But here we go. Ready? Thinking about is not the same as imagining from. And I know a lot of people go, yeah, you're right, Mr. 20. Thinking about is not the same as imagining from. I need you to move into the state of that's right. Not you're right. As long as you go, Mr. 20, you're right, it doesn't appear to me that you've adopted it, made it yours. But when you make something yours, you get to go, yeah, that's right. I've been blaming words. I've been blaming struggle. I've been doing everything I can to, I don't know. Somebody sent me a thing the other day and it said, use affirmations to support your wish fulfilled. Yeah, script things down so that you don't fall out of your state as easily. Neville Goddard said the state that you return to most frequently is your dwelling place. In other words, you're going to fall out of your state. You get to move back in. And if you imagine it's easy by worshiping struggle, if you imagine it's hard by worshiping struggle, it's going to be hard. If you imagine it's fun, you're going to understand why we call the show Feel It Real Fun. Because fun sort of implies something, doesn't it? And we teach what Neville taught. We're real human beings. We're not AI. And I invite you to spread your wings to soar higher. So we covered at least 3 very core essential truths today. Did you catch all 3? If not, listen to it again. Write them down. Because you can casually listen to this podcast for years. We've had people do it. Or you can do what it takes to make it yours. That's right, Mr. 20. My second invitation today, ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. That's the 98-day adventure where we strip away all your bullshit and all your excuses. And people love to clothe themselves with layers and layers of bullshit and excuses. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't know if it'll work for me. I've tried everything. Sure you have. That's like saying, you know what? I've dated all the women in the world. Why should I bother dating or marrying Victoria? Because I know what women's are like. Well, I didn't know what she's like. And I chose to have a relationship with her 14 years ago. That's it. Dive deeper, soar higher. Imagine of something yummy as we go into the silence. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to amend my offer to Marky Mark. $50. All right, you send me a 4-minute thing. I'll watch it. And I'll spend 10 minutes writing you something that'll blow your mind. And I'll even share it with the world. Because here's the deal. Right? Watch 1,000 videos a day. Right? I hope they're mine. But as soon as you start going, you know what? I'm trying to find something that fits in with Neville. I want to know what you think about how this fits in with Neville. I want to know how this fits in with Neville. What do you think about this? I don't have the time. I'm a participant in life. And one of the ways to be a bystander is to sit around and watch and share cat videos forever. You get it's just like porn, right? You can watch porn. Yeah. Me and my fellow friends talked about this years and years ago, before the internet went nuts. You can watch porn, or you can flirt with a pretty girl. Yeah, I'm hanging with a group of straight guys, right? That's what they were. Someone's going to be offended over this. Too bad for you. And I told them, look, you can watch porn, or you can flirt with a pretty girl. You can find out what her hair smells like. In other words, you can imagine up a you that's not bystanding. You can be the participant in your life. If you want to dive deeper with this stuff, drop me a note. Always willing to make a suggestion or give you an invitation. And we already did too. PearlPowerPack.com and ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. Have a great day. See ya.